The SKE USACK Series feature started with Mickey Roop on the point. Stephen Totches all the way to the back after setting fast time with that 11.383 lap. And right away we had trouble. Patrick Field hooked Brian Finney's left rear, spun him around and collected Carson Dollarhide and Totches. Somehow they all kept it rolling, but it set the tone for another wild one.
Yeah, Field was out there like a bumper car, and the best part, he looked fast, real fast. But later on, they rolled him across the scales, and guess what? He was 100 pounds light. No wonder he was a rocket ship. That wasn't horsepower, that was called skipping leg day.
He basically brought a bicycle to a cart fight. Bold strategy, Cotton, but DNQ Tech don't play. Fastest diaplan in the Carolinas right there.
Out front, Mickey Roop held the lead while Finney stayed close. Dollarhide got by for second, and before long he found the bottom groove, slid under Roop, and took control of the race. At that point, Carson Dollarhide was gone.
And this is where the USACK Series gets tricky. These karts have giant billboard side panels, big name plates, aero pieces sticking out like some backyard wind tunnel project. Half these guys think they're Adrian Newey, the other half are just bolting random plastic to see if it sticks. And you know what? It works. Sometimes.
Yeah, you walk down pit road and it looks like a yard sale at Lowe's. One guy's got a side pod that looks like a refrigerator door. Another's running a nameplate taller than my Uncle Earl's camper. Nobody knows what's legal, but everybody swears they found the secret.
It's all about mechanical grip, too. The aero might help plant the cart, but in this series, it's still elbows up. These guys run tight packs, shallow entry lines, and use side draft just like stock cars. And the competition, we've seen 5 different winners already this season. Nobody's been able to dominate.
Except maybe Totches. He's been the guy, week in and week out. But when you start at the back, you can't just drive through Cockroach's lap traffic without drama. Tonight, he finally showed patience and waited until the end to strike.
Dollarhide had checked out, but with 5 to go, the caution erased that gap, and suddenly Stephen Totches, the pole sitter, lined up right alongside him.
That's the money restart, baby. Totches drops the hammer, gets even with Carson Dollarhide, and by turn 1, he's in control. That kart finally came alive, and you thought, that's it. Game over.
And for 4 laps it was. Totches drove off. Dollarhide couldn't touch him. But white flag lap, 1 to go. Disaster. The motor shuts off down the backstretch like somebody flipped the light switch.
Carson Dollarhide slips past, takes the checkered flag, and Stephen Totches rolls to a stop. From heartbreak to redemption, Dollarhide steals it on the final lap.
DNQ, baby. You either pass Tech too light or the car just dies when you're about to win. If you're new here, welcome to the circus.
That's why the USACK Series delivers aero games, sketchy tech, and finishes you couldn't script in Hollywood. Tonight, Carson Dollarhide cashes in.
The postman was down in victory lane to talk to Carson Dollarhide, who had just pulled a horseshoe out of his rear end.
Dollarhide down here picking up the win. Carson looked like a really strong second place finish until the last lap. Got to be in position and take advantage of it. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, just didn't have enough gear. We were a little loose in the center, but we fired off good. I hate that for Steven because he had me covered up. I just want to thank Boomer Hawk, Charger Racing Chassis, my dad, my mom, everybody that supports me, everybody that's here, and Eddie and Ashley and everybody here that makes this possible.
How about this mini Millbridge track? There's mixed reviews on it. Are you a fan of it?
At first I might not have been, but the more I do it, the more I like it. I think you actually have to drive the go-kart, and it's something fun and different.
Carson Dollarhide picks up the win here tonight. Steve, we need fire suits. No, we don't need. Well, we got fire suits, but you guys take them off because it's what. Matt, third place run. Looked like a solid run all night long, and got to be nice to end up here on the podium.
Yeah, it was good. This is the best this kart's run. I got to thank Steve Towges, our car owner here. Not the way I want to get third, watching him break on the last lap, but we'll get up here any way we can. Technically, it's my second third. Tech got to me to third last time.
Tech or someone else breaking here to third overall. You have a good time racing out here at Millbridge?
Oh, yeah. I raced here some years back when Eddie got going out here to start, and Steve talked me into coming back out here, and it's a blast.
It is a blast, that is for sure. Picking up a finish of number third place finish for Matt Holzbauer. Patrick Field was your second place finisher, and how about that? Picking up the win there on the last lap was Carson Dollarhide. Picked up the victory in the SKE chassis buggies of the USACK division here. One more feature left to go here tonight.
Carson Dollarhide takes the win in the buggies feature, going wire to wire in dominant fashion. That 74% machine was planted, and once he got the clean air, it was lights out. He's been strong across multiple classes, and he showed again tonight why he's a threat anywhere he unloads.
Yeah, Carson had that thing on rails. Honestly, it looked unfair, like he brought a cup cart to a buggies race. The only time he was sweating was in tech, and hey, at least he made it through this time.
DNQ in a nutshell, right? Either you win or you fail tech. Dollarhide actually gets to keep this one, so it's basically Christmas for that team.
Patrick Field crossed the line second, but immediately after the race he was disqualified. Too light once again. The speed was there, but the scales don't lie.
That guy treats tech like a suggestion box. He's probably faster than half the field, but you can't just run with a lawn chair bolted to the chassis. Bold strategy, but it doesn't pay the points.
He's so light, NASA called and asked if they could launch him. If you're the fans at home, remember, DNQ has 2 winners every race, the guy who takes the checkered and the tech shed.
That moves Matt Holzbauer up to second place in the final order. He was steady all night. Never quite had the pace to challenge Dollarhide, but stayed out of trouble. That's what gets you good finishes.
Classic Holzbauer doesn't tear up the equipment, sneaks through the chaos, and next thing you know, he's on the podium.
David Krops comes home in third. Krops was in the thick of that mid-pack battle, held his line, and managed to climb up.
Yeah, Krops races like he's double parked outside the track. Just keeps it moving, no nonsense, grabs a solid finish.
Mickey Roop finishes fourth. He led early but faded as the race went on. Roop's always tough on these short runs, but the longer the green stays out, the tougher it is to hang with guys like Dollarhide.
And for Tauch's, fifth is basically a vacation. If he's not winning, he's usually wrecked or in tech jail. Quiet night for him.
Finney got tagged early, and after that, it was survival mode.
Joe Johnson wins it. Patrick Field fails math class again, and the rest of the buggies put on a show. Classic DNQ nightcap.